Morning folks, it is Saturday 5th of July and it is 7:15 in the morning and we are heading back down to the Syndicate. As usual, excuse for the wobble, but it's on a little tripod-y thing in the car, a little window sticker. Yeah, heading down to the Syndicate again. Session number 4, or is it 5? I think it's 4. It's all blurs into one because they're all blanked. Was hoping to have some maggots or worms today, but anyone that follows the other channel, DJ Living, we put the pagoda up yesterday. It took a lot longer than we thought it was, so I didn't get a chance to get out down the tackle shop, which is a bit frustrating. But I have got some fake corn which I may give a go today. I've also got another little new bait that came through the post yesterday, which I shall show you when we are down at the lake. But yeah, looking forward to another session down here. Probably going to be about another 7-8 hour session, probably something like that. Also, what I wanted to do yesterday, I didn't get a chance to get the ticket for the Whittlesea Angling Association for the rivers. So hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks I'll get a chance to get down to one of the rivers again. I might even pop down there after this session to one of the rivers and just chuck some pellets in there, stuff like that, for when I do get down there. But anyway, we're on our way, so I'll catch up with you when we're at the lake and deciding on which swim. Well folks, just got down here, parked in my normal swim. It's mental how overgrown this place has got in the time since I was down here last. As you can see, I mean the walkway gap over there, just try walking down it, about halfway down, the thistles are across, so I can't get down, so I can't check out the other swim going that way. I know people come down here though, because A, the lock on the fishery gate is all zeros, so someone's come down here. Also the boat that I'm sure I showed you the boat that was here before, that's now gone. There's no car on this side, and I don't think there's anyone over that side, so whether someone got dropped off, just taken the boat over there somewhere and then fishing and going to be picked up later or something. But also, let me spin you around. The water has got a fair bit weedier, so you can see some weed over there as well, and I don't know if you can see that, you can just sit on the edge of the shade, some weed coming to the surface. There's the local heron on the end of the dock. There's a mallard asleep on that boat launch. So yeah, it's definitely a lot weedier. Right folks, I'm going to get my carp rod out to start off with. So here we go. Got a heavier weight than normal. I don't know why it's not. Onto an activate pop-up. I'm going to put a bag of pellets on there as well. Just a small bag. I'm going to put some salted caramel haze on that as well, and then chuck that out to near the island. That first cast was awful. It was only about 3/4 of the way across. I've got to leave it there though for now. After a bag of pellets is there anyway, so I'll leave it there for half hour or an hour. I'm going to set up the other one as well. I share the swim at the moment when I've set them up. So I've set up a lot further back than I normally would. Because of the growth on either side, it's narrowed it down a little bit, so I'm going to sit back a bit. I also, when I went fishing with my dad and nephew last week, and I lent him a backrest, and I forgot to get it back. So I'm down to one decent one, that one which is obviously a front rest, and nothing. So there's a good chance I'm only going to fish it for 2 rods. If I can't find something to put it on, I may only fish 2 rods today, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see if I can find something in my bag of tricks, but if not, 2 rods it is today. Going to get the method feeder out in a minute, but what I have got, I'm going to be using the sticky method pellets red again. They did me really well last week when I was in Essex. I've got another new bait. So the Bait Tech, they're twisters, so if you can see them in there, they're grooved. Oh, that's the time down, so the pellets are pretty much done. They're grooved. These are krill, not normally a flavour I've used, but I'm going to give it something different today. So now let's get these pellets out of the water and get that sorted. Right, some of you may remember at the end of the last session I snapped off, so I had to redo my method rod. I've put a bigger, so I've got these, what size is it? 45 gram Guru feeder on now, method feeder, and I'm putting on a size 10 QM1 size 4-inch hook length, 9-pound gauge. So that's what I'm putting on. Putting one of those on, yeah, and then get the twister on and let's get it out. Right folks, I've had to move closer. To be honest, I've moved closer because the rods, because I've not got butt rest, proper butt rest on 2 of them. If I get a half decent take, the rod might, if I'm not on them quick enough, the rod might go in. So you know, that's, I almost lost the rod last week. Didn't film last, was it last week? I think it was last Wednesday. I didn't film last week. I was fishing with my dad and my nephew, so just really enjoyed it. Had 5 or 6 carp up to 14, I think it was 14 pound, 15 pounds, like that. Nice little fishery. All 3 of us caught. Plus, I just wanted to enjoy time with my dad and my nephew. I was fishing in the same swim as my nephew. So yeah, nothing to report so far on these rods. The carp rod did have a bleep early on, but it's probably just weed catching the line. Like I say, I'm hoping it's quite deep out there. So I'm hoping it's not so weedy over there, and it's just in the closer in towards the margins where it's weedier. But yeah, I found another. As you can see, I found another naff butt rest. So I'm going to get the 3 rods out. So I'm going to set up the 3rd rod. I'm just going to take my time with it. I may show on a tiger nut. I'll see if these are all right, and I can shove a couple on. But yeah, if not, I'll be using boilers. Well, folks, that was interesting. Just had a little bit of a shower. It's still running. I don't even see it on the water. It's still spitting a little bit. I've just checked my bag in the car, and I've not got my umbrella with me. So I'm hoping we don't get too much more of this today. I think I've got a waterproof trousers and jacket, but like I said, I've got nothing to put over my gear. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's just a little passing shower, a little drizzle, and it's going to stop. But anyway, let's get the 3rd carp rod out. I'm going to put a tiger nut on there, chuck it out and see how it goes. So not much longer. I mean, it's only not even 10 o'clock yet. Another bleep on the middle tiger nut rod. Just a single bleep. The weather's got a bit weird. There's a nice breeze coming across, which is absolutely lovely when it gets you. But the sun is still bright, hence the dark glasses and cap. I was hoping I could just get away without the cap, to be honest with you. Yeah, the sun's gone away a little bit now, so we put that there. Yeah, when the sun comes out, it gets in at the top of the glasses, so it's a pain. It's coming out again. yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be, it's a relaxing day. I brought my book with me today as well, so I'm going to do a bit of reading while waiting as well, watching the water every now and again. Right folks, just spraying my method feeder in. Got a little bit stuck at first, but that's because of this little lot. So yeah, it's pretty weedy over there. So I'm probably going to have to chuck it out a little bit further in front of me. I'm hoping, like I say, in the deeper water it's not so bad. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have an issue on here with this, with the weed this year. Right folks, just cast out the rod again over towards the island. A lot better cast now, it's pretty much where I want it to be. I spombed out some boilies and small pellets as well. So I put out 3 spoms. 2 of them are pretty much on the spot. One was a little bit off to the right hand side of it, but not too far away. And it might pull some in, because the other 2 are spot on top, pretty much spot on top of the bait. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm going to give the tiger nut one another 20 minutes or so, bring that in, recast that out, and spom over some pellet and tiger nuts with that, and see where we go from there. But I'm a lot happier with this cast. Like I say, it's probably about 5 foot away, 5 foot or so away from that little inlet over there. So we're happy with that one. Right folks, it's 20 past 11. Time's flying by today. Just cast out the middle rod again, and another couple of spoms over the top. 3 casts. The first spom was well short, but the other 2 were on the money. So got the same tiger nut. I now dipped it back into the pot of tiger nuts just to get a bit more of the liquid on the nut, but then cast it back out. Then, like I say, the 3 spoms over, well, 2 spoms over the top. Yeah, I've had a couple of bleeps on 2 of the rods, but it's just a single bleep, so you know, it could just be weed catching the line, or I mean a line or such. I'm 90% sure over to where I'm fishing now, my method feed, I'm a bit more straight out there towards probably towards the green over there. Not far from where that is, I'm 90% sure there's a fish near the surface. It was too much of a disturbance to be insects, and there was no bird life about, and I watched for the next couple of minutes and nothing came up anywhere near it, anywhere around it. So it was definitely a fish, I think. Yeah, I mean, it was a fish on. I mean, like I said, I tried putting my Polaroids on, standing up and having a look, but it was just a bit too far away to be able to see it properly. But yeah, it's a fish sighting. Definitely, like I say, 90% sure it was a fish. Without actually seeing it, you know, it's as near as damn it as I can get. Well, folks, it's now 1:45. Oh, I've just seen a kingfisher over there. Well, that was pretty cool. Yeah, seen no fish though. I had some bread. I had some pita bread for lunch, and when I'd finished with it, there was a little bit left over, so I just broke some bits off and fired them out, and nothing came up for them at all either. So nothing on the surface. Yeah, I think 4 sessions now with not a take or anything. It's getting a little bit wearing. So maybe down the river now for a few sessions as well. If I start blanking on the river too much, obviously I'm not looking for big fish down there. Basically, I'm looking for slightly bigger fish. And yeah, probably when I get on the river, I've got like I say, that the 10 metre pole that I've not used yet. I've got at the show, so it's going to be different tactics, different gear. I've never pole fished before, I fished with like a 3 metre whip, but that was it. So it'll be a learning curve off for that as well. Also, obviously, method feeder will still be out as well. But yeah, I've no doubt the first few times in the river, I won't have the right equipment and everything for the pole either. But like I say, it's a struggle. It's come up to 1 o'clock. I'm probably only going to fish till 2, half 2. I want to try and get down to Angling Direct on the way home. They close at 3:30 today. I need to get 3 butt rests for starters, 3 matching butt rests, so I can. Because at the moment, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. All 3 are different heights, and yeah, it's a bit annoying. Also, the droppers, I've only got 2 of. I need a 3rd one. I should be able to get them same ones anyway. They were Fox ones, so I should be able to get the same one again rather than having to buy 3. But yeah, and see what else they've got in there. See what other delights they've got in Angling Direct. Every fisherman's dream, going to a day in Angling Direct, or at least an hour anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to probably pack up 2 after 2, so just over an hour left. I'll have 1 more cast with the method, give it until 1 o'clock, and then I'll bring that in, chuck it out again. And like I said, then unless I get anything on it, that'll be it for that rod. If you're getting bored of these, I do apologise, and hopefully there will be fish in the future. Right, folks, it's just gone 1:30. As you can see, most of my stuff's packed away now. I've just got the 3 rods out there. The 2 cart runs have got bait runners on them, so I turn the bait runners off. The other one's I've turned the drag right down. They'll stay there for the next 10 minutes or so when I've finished getting everything packed away, including the camera. So the trouble's going to go away. So if you do catch anything, there's the steam train in the background. You can hear. Yeah, so anyway, another thing purchase I made was this. I got it from Temu, and I have to say it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not, it's not gonna last years or, replace a holdall, but it was a few quid, 3-4 quid, something like that. And it's from my bits and pieces that were in my bag for life. So it's got some extra bits of bait in here and just bits and pieces that are not, it's got that in here, it's got my scales in here. Just bits and pieces, like I say. It's got these in here as well now. Just stuff I need, but not essential kind of thing. And there's not enough room in my other bags. So yeah, that was a good little find from Temu. I'll go in the boot. But yeah, another blank, I'm afraid, guys. Hopefully at some point this year you will see 1 or 2 fish on this channel. But for now, it's just, like I say, it's just hard work down here. But it's nature. Like I say, I saw the kingfish earlier. There's ducks around here. As you drive in, there's rabbits about and the odd squirrel as well. And it's, apart from the train today, and the golfers, it's really quiet over here. I've not seen a soul in the 4 sessions I've done. It's a nice venue if the fishing was a little bit easier. But, if I was to catch a 20+ pound carp or a 10-pound tench, would I worry about it being this hard? So anyway, like I say, it's not the last session down here, but probably the last session for a few months at least. just to try and get my head around. I need to look again about how to fish in the weed and just get some more tips and hints and stuff like that from YouTube and from other sources. If any of you have got any tips on how to fish difficult waters, but the issue, like I say, has always been over here. The issue has always been I'm limited to swims. There's literally 3 swims that are fishable now, because even the one that's over there is now a bit unfishable. I might come over with some snips or some sort of trim or whatever, hedge trim or whatever, and cut down the reeds in front of it, because it's not, doesn't go a long way back like the other ones do. But I've just got literally got that one that I fished first time, this one, that one there, which is a similar sort of stretch, it's a bit of water to this, but just a little bit cut off for this left hand side-ish. So these swims are pretty much the same sort of water. So yeah, I'm limited to where I can fish. So it's more attracting the fish down here. So I think it's going to be a lot more spobbing. Like I say, I need to try and bring worms or maggots down here as well to introduce some sort of live bait. Not live bait, but you know, some natural bait is what I'm thinking of, to the water as well, not just the boilies all the time and tiger nuts today. So yeah, that's my next time. Next time I do come over here, I will make sure I bring some maggots or worms and fish with those. But for now, guys, I think that's going to be it, unless I catch anything in the next 10 minutes or so, which I shall show you. That'll be it for this time. As always, guys, tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Until I see you on the back next time.